The rain had been falling since evening. Not the gentle kind that comforts the soul, but the kind that feels like the sky itself is crying. Inside a quiet house at the edge of the city, Aisha sat on the cold marble floor, her back resting against the wall, her hands wrapped tightly around her knees. The clock on the wall ticked loudly. Tick, tick, tick. Every second felt heavier than the last. Her eyes were fixed on the front door. Waiting, not hoping, just waiting, because hope had left this house a long time ago. Aisha had once believed in love. She had believed in promises whispered at midnight, in vows spoken before family and God, in the idea that loyalty was not a favor, but a responsibility. She was wrong. The door finally opened. The smell entered before the man did. Alcohol, perfume that wasn't hers, and betrayal. Samir, her husband of 7 years, stepped inside. His shirt was wrinkled. His eyes avoided hers. He didn't say her name. He never did anymore. Instead, he loosened his tie and threw his keys on the table. As if nothing in the world mattered enough to pause, Aisha slowly stood up. Her legs trembled, but not from weakness, from the storm building inside her chest. "Where were you?" she asked softly. Samir sighed. Not the sigh of guilt, the sigh of irritation. "At work," he replied without looking at her. A lie, so familiar that it didn't even hurt the way it used to. Aisha walked closer. Step by step, her voice cracked, but she didn't raise it. "Look at me and say that again." Samir finally looked up, and in that moment, something inside Aisha broke, because she didn't see love. She didn't even see guilt. She saw contempt. "Why do you always interrogate me?" Samir snapped. "Can't you just be normal for once?" Normal? That word stabbed deeper than any insult. Aisha laughed, a hollow, painful laugh. "Normal?" she whispered. "I stayed awake every night waiting for you. I defended you when people questioned your loyalty. I ignored the messages, the late nights, the lies." Her eyes filled with tears. "But tonight," she continued, "tonight I followed you." The room went silent. Even the rain outside seemed to pause. Samir's face changed. "Just for a second." Fear, then anger. "You spied on me?" he shouted. Aisha shook her head slowly. "No," she said. "I witnessed you." Her voice dropped to a whisper. "I saw her." Samir clenched his jaw. "So what?" he said coldly. "You think you're the only woman who gets tired?" "She understands me. She doesn't cry over small things." That was it. That was the moment. Aisha's tears finally fell. Not loud, not dramatic, just silent drops, each one carrying years of pain. "You held her hand," Aisha said, "the same way you used to hold mine. You laughed with her. You promised her a future." She placed her hand on her chest. "And you buried mine." Samir looked away. Silence became his defense. Aisha wiped her tears and straightened her posture. Something had changed. The crying woman was still there, but she was no longer weak. "Do you know what hurts the most?" she asked calmly. "It's not that you cheated." Samir looked at her, confused. "It's that I begged you to stay honest, and you chose to destroy me instead." Samir scoffed. "You're overreacting." Overreacting, a word men use when they don't want to face the damage they've caused. Aisha walked toward the bedroom. Samir thought she was leaving the conversation. He was wrong. She returned holding a medical report. Her hands shook slightly, but her eyes were steady. "I was going to surprise you," she said. Her voice was painfully gentle. "I thought maybe this would make you come back to me." She placed the report on the table. Samir picked it up. "Read it," once, then again. His face drained of color. "Pregnant?" he whispered. Aisha nodded. "Yes." A pause. Then she added, "But don't worry." Samir looked up. "I won't ruin your freedom," she said. "I won't cry anymore. And I won't beg." Her voice hardened. "But remember this night," she said quietly. "Because my tears today—" She looked straight into his eyes. "I will become your downfall tomorrow." The thunder roared outside. Samir stood frozen. For the first time, he felt something unfamiliar. Fear. Aisha turned away and walked toward the door. Not running, not crying. Walking. Like a woman who had lost everything, and found herself instead.